Hi, everyone.
I'm Lindsey.
And this is
Swearing Mamas.
Meow, 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 meow. Is that the song?
That is it. Yes.
Perfect.
I'm not singing it because I want to sing it like Dr. Evil does, so I'll just spare you guys all that.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome back to Swearing Mamas, a podcast about the good, the bad, and the sweary moments of motherhood.
Oh, wow, we're going all in.
I just felt like it. Sometimes I feel like we need that in case it's someone's first episode.
Yeah.
If it's your first episode with us,
welcome.
Buckle up, bitches.
You picked a good one to start with.
Ooh, I said bitches. That makes twice. I gotta start the swearing counter. We said we were gonna do this one episode, or maybe all episodes now. Right?
I don't think so. I think you and I have talked about it once we're done recording.
Yeah.
I think we only mentioned it in like one episode. Okay. But you and I have talked about it several times, like after an episode.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm counting it now. I'm counting this episode. Probably forget to say it at the end, but here's hoping. Anyway, what are we talking about today?
All right, so today we're going to talk about those crazy trends that are going on right now. So I'm going to be talking about the stupid Momo challenge. And what are you going to be talking about?
I'm going to talk about the sippy cup drama.
Yes, love that. And actually, when you brought that up to me, you blew my mind because I hate those sippy cups because I thought they were impossible to clean. But then you told me that you could and showed me a picture. And I was like, oh, shit, I've been doing it so wrong.
So in case anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, it's the 360 sippy cups. And how they work is it's 3 pieces. There's the cup and then the lid twist off. And the lid separates into 2 pieces. And the top is the silicone part. And it pops off. It's like the plastic part. The center is a button. And so the silicone pops off. You just kind of have to know where to pull and pull a little hard. And so I texted Lindsey about this sippy cup hysteria, which we'll get into. And I was like, asking her questions about the sippy cups. And Lindsey, you were like something like, oh, is it about the mold?
I was like, I read the article and I was like, oh, that's not where I thought it was going. I personally hate those sippy cups because the mold grows up. Like I saw mold growing underneath mine. And like refused to use. I think we only used it once, and when I put it in the dishwasher and came out, I went to go grab it again, and something told me to look under the silicone part. And when I looked, I saw like what looked like mold growing. So I was like, "Oh yeah, no!" I immediately threw it away because I was like, screw that. So I just immediately threw the cup away, and I thought that's where the article was going to go with because I was like, "There's no way I'm the only one that has trouble with this." But apparently, that is exactly what happened.
Yeah, I do think that I read the directions. I think that's how I knew how to separate it. Because
I don't read directions.
It doesn't seem like the top would pop off. It seems like that would break it.
Yeah, and I have a different sippy cup. We've tried a lot of sippy cups because, the struggle.
Yes.
And so I have a different one that has like the straw thing, and those are literally like the straw can come out so you can clean it and whatnot, but they're so hard to fish back through that I literally just throw the cups away because I'm like, why do you make this so hard? Like a cup should be easy to clean.
It really should.
I shouldn't have to take out 5 million pieces and then trying to put them back together being a huge pain in the ass when my child's screaming because he wants apple juice. Like, come on, guys. Get it together.
Anything that's not dishwasher safe too is like, forget it.
Yes. I don't have time for this.
It's going in the dishwasher. And
everything in my house
clean
goes in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't come out clean, it gets tossed.
Yeah. I don't have time for that shit.
All right. So do you want to start with the sippy cup or should we start with Momo?
I guess we'll start with the sippy cup since we already started talking about sippy cups.
That works.
So I don't know if you guys saw, but there was this Facebook post going around. I probably should have reviewed it before this episode so that I could get the exact wording right, but I didn't. But basically, this mom was saying, like, everybody needs to look out for the 360 sippy cups because my son is in the hospital right now with something, and I can't remember what her son had, but I'm under the impression it was like a...
Wasn't it like fluid in the lungs?
Yeah, well, I think that the fluid was like what caused him to get sick, but I think what he had was like a normal, like a virus or something. But
okay.
I could be wrong, but but the point was, she was saying it was caused by the kid having micro aspirations from every time he drank. I don't know if that's the word, that's why I left. Tiny aspirations from every time he drank out of the sippy cup, and that they were saying that they like did some kind of, I don't know, study in his lungs or whatever, and that he was getting too much liquid out of the 360 sippy cup, and that she wasn't sure if that was the cause. So she looked back to when it started versus when she bought the sippy cup, and it lined up.
But it didn't.
So everybody was like frantically sharing this woman's post, and it's like, this isn't even a blog post, or this isn't a news article. This isn't Tommy Tippy or whoever, Munchkin, recalling the 360. It's Munchkin, right? Yes. Well, a lot of companies make them now, but I think Munchkin is the one. But it's not like, it's not like they were recalling their sippy cup, nothing like that. This is one Facebook post written by a Facebook user who, on their own, decided with their doctor that that's what caused the problem. And I believe that I had the great pleasure of reading that article. I keep calling it an article, that Facebook post from 3 different family members before 10 a.m. one morning.
That's always fun.
And it would have been 4, but when I spoke to my mother that day about it, she said, yeah, your dad was reading that this morning, and I told him not to send it to you.
Oh, Yaddy.
So, I mean, first things first, I never want to come off as like a total bitch on here.
I do.
Like, I'm not mad at my family members for sharing this post with me. It's not that, like, of course, if, you know, they don't know better, I guess they think, because they don't have 360 cups, and none of these people have little kids anymore. They're all have like adult kids, so they don't know. They're not fresh in the world of these things anymore, and I guess they're just trying to like look out and share the knowledge. So I'm not like holding it against, it's not them specifically that I'm annoyed with, it's just the entire frickin' craze.
Yes.
So
a craze that, like you said, only one person has experienced. And if you read the article, it was like she bought the cup a month prior to her child being sick. So I'm like, a whole month went by before your child got sick. So how are you going to like say, oh, it was this? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And for starters, I sipped out of that sippy cup when I first got it, because I wanted to understand.
You know how it works.
Yeah. And so I took a sip out of it. It's hard to get water out of there. And when you do, too much is not coming out. That's the whole design of the cup. It's sealed. So I would think less comes out of that cup than like a normal cup. And you have to really like suck for it. There's multiple holes around the cup. If anyone here has managed to somehow not witness one of these 360 cups, there's like, Tim just said heyo.
He loves that.
I love that he loves that. So there's multiple holes around the cup, and so essentially like, you could suck anywhere around the cup and you would get water out, but it doesn't just fall out. It is a sippy cup. You have to suck for it.
Heyo.
So the other part of that post, though, is she was saying that in order to get liquid out, your kid had to tilt their head back. Welcome to drinking. That's all cups.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think every sippy cup I have my son, that's all he does.
Yeah, that's just kids. Like, that's how they drink.
You have to do that with every cup. And, like, even as adults, we do that with water bottles and any kind of drink that comes in a bottle.
Yeah, it was just very silly to me. And this is going to be a central theme of this episode, but you can find that one person with that freak accident for any product, especially baby products.
I'm a spokesperson for freak accidents, and you just learn to not post about them because you are literally 1 in a million.
And
there's
I
side
get
effects
it.
to everything, not to go to like into medication, but there's side effects for everything. Like you could potentially be that 1 in a million. So it's like, a Facebook post is not warranted. You don't need to do it. It's okay. You're the only one who has experienced this.
Yeah, it's like it was some kind of binky back when Oliver was smaller. I remember reading someone talking about
Every
this
binky.
This binky caused like 3rd-degree burns on their kid or something crazy. It was insane. Like the way that they slept on the plastic caused the child to have burns on them.
Do you remember the diapers or the wipes? I think it was Pamper wipes. They said had fiberglass in them.
I missed that.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't fiberglass.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like freak incidents happen, and sometimes it's actually not that, it might be the product, but not because of the product itself, but because of the way it interacts with your kid. I mean, everybody is different, has different sensitivities and different habits and quirks. So, I mean, I don't know. It's like, I'm not saying you shouldn't share when something happens to you, but we don't need to live our lives like paranoid.
Oh, but it's 2019, girl.
We're like afraid to fucking go outside or do anything. Like, it's wild. Yep. It's wild to me.
Yeah. Because, that's exactly, we're meant to live in fear.
Yeah, it's like you can't live your life that way.
No.
And of course, if Munchkin issues the recall on the sippy cups, or maybe if on that post there were hundreds of comments with people in the same thing,
#me too,
then that would be different. But because one person's kid got sick and maybe it might have had something in some small way to do with a sippy cup, like, that's not a reason for everybody to freak out and stop using it.
Yes.
Yeah, and like my grandma sent it to me. She was one of the ones, and she said, I can't believe that something like a sippy cup would be dangerous. Everything
is dangerous.
I know.
Absolutely everything.
I loved my grandma, so I don't remember. I was just like, yep. But I'm like, it's amazing to me that the people sending this stuff are like the older generation who, I mean, how did their kids drink?
They did not have
out of a hose? Yeah. like
let's throw it back to them growing up.
Yeah.
Did not have seatbelts. Or I can remember when I was pregnant with Tim and I was talking to my grandmother about all the foods that you're not allowed to eat nowadays. And she was like, oh, when I was pregnant with my kids, we were allowed to smoke. There was ashtrays in all the doctor's offices, in the hospital. You were allowed to smoke while being pregnant. Now we know that that's a big, huge no-no. Yeah. But I'm just like, there are so many things that you guys did back in the day that we know now not to do.
Right. And so it's like, on one hand, yeah, we're learning more all the time, and so we should be cautious. But on the other hand, you have to have some kind of filter. It's like they had no filter at all for it. And so now anytime they hear one bad thing, they're like, oh, that's dangerous. Don't do it. And I'm like, no, you have to be able to be a reasonable adult who has judgment and can say, one person's bad sippy cup experience doesn't ruin all sippy cups. You have to have some kind of filter and some kind of judgment.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to me. It's like anytime something bad happens with someone, they just don't buy this product. It ruined my child's life.
Yeah.
The hysteria. I can't.
Maybe later. Go sit on the couch and watch your iPad.
Go sit on the couch and watch your iPad is such a good segue.
Yes. Such a good segue into the Momo.
Oh, guys, we are talking about Momo today.
All right. So I'm going to be completely against this stupid ass challenge. And it's not even a challenge. When it was a thing back last summer, yeah, it was a challenge. It was on the WhatsApp. Apparently you could message this Momo character and to actually like video. From what I understand, you could like video call with her, but to get that far, you had to do so many things that were potentially dangerous, like self-harm and things like that. You had to send pictures as proof before you could. Yes. So that was the thing. That was the thing last summer. Okay. And it has now died down and has become nothing because I really don't think people were, I don't know. I mean, if I was trying to contact this Momo character, me personally, this is what I always did. If you ask me for photo proof, I go to Google Images and I just pull a photo from Google Images. Like, hold
on. Did you try to contact Momo?
No, but I've considered.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, in any type of, like, I don't know.
Like, if you were going to do that, you're saying?
If I was going to do that, yes, I would go to Google Images. However, I can think of when I was in high school, I would get photos from Google.
What were you doing in high school that I didn't know about?
I don't even know. I can't even think of an example, but I'm just like...
But it was similar type of things?
No, not like that. No.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of talking
about... It wasn't a Momo challenge. But I'm just saying, like, I can't even think of an example.
I can think of something. Do you remember when Jimmy sent me my
And we did our elbow?
This kid Jimmy sent me my first unsolicited dick pic, and I screamed and threw my phone across the room. I was with Lindsey at the time, and
we were at Ocean City, right?
Yes, and he said, "Send me a picture." So we did the thing where you put your elbow together and it looks like a butt, and we sent that, and he was like, "No, not that. You're pussy." So we went on Google and found this like angry, crazy cat and sent it to him.
But like, see, that's why, like, that's my sense of humor. Like, if you ask for something, I just go to Google Images and I just find something related to it.
Yes.
Like, I'm a huge GIF user.
GIF?
It's GIF.
We're gonna battle it out, guys. Let us know.
My God, it is GIF.
Or GIF. Let us know.
But anyways, like, you texted me the other day and you were like, "So when are we going to record next?" And I was like, "This weekend." You were like, "Okay, whenever, wherever." And I just sent you, I immediately thought of the Shakira song. And I was like, oh, I need to find the GIF for this. So
hey, do you remember my bachelorette party? I karaoke that song.
Was it that song?
That's my go-to karaoke song, actually.
Oh, love that, because it's a good one. See, I don't do karaoke. I'm not brave enough.
I literally will never not do it.
I sang with you from my table.
Did you?
I did.
I sang a song with someone.
It was some random girl at the bar.
I think her name was Lauren, and I don't know what we sang. Was it Britney Spears?
Britney Spears. It was Britney Spears.
What song, though? Baby One More Time?
No, it was not that one.
I think I danced.
Oh, God. What song was it? It was a Britney Spears song, but I can't remember what song it was. I don't know.
I was really drunk. We had sake bombs.
I was going to say, I had my first sake bomb before, and I really don't remember a good chunk after.
Me either, but that was fun having a sake bomb. I would do that again if I wanted to get real fucking wild.
That was, I think, one of the only drinks I had that night. I had that and an Angry Orchard.
Oh, yeah. What a good night.
Yeah, and getting lost on the way home, because that's always fun.
My drunk ass, I think you go this way.
And then we had to run a toll because I didn't have any cash, because I never carry cash.
I've run the Harbor Toll so many times.
Do you remember I called Drew crying, and I was like, it's telling me I don't have any cash, but I don't know where else to go. And he's like, just run it. And I'm like, you can't do that.
I don't remember that.
Oh my God.
If I had been aware and alert at the time, I would have been like, it's fine to run. Because I've done it before.
I was like freaking out. Because, well, first thing, I hate being lost. Like, like that just terrifies me. Like, even though we had like my GPS, it was only giving me that way to go. So it was just, and I was just like, I have no cash. What do I do?
So my no tolls box is always checked on my GPS.
So yeah,
tip.
I think mine is too. However, I think I like had no gas, so we had to like pull off to go to like a gas station.
Yeah.
And when I like got back on the road, it just took me that way for some reason. Because remember we went to that sketchy ass gas station?
I don't.
Yeah, we went to some sketchy gas station in Baltimore, and I was like, oh my God, hurry up and pump this gas. Like, I hope I get a fast pump.
So many good times.
Yes.
I don't know what we were talking about. Do you?
Momo. We were talking about Momo.
Oh, we were talking about Googling pictures to send Momo.
Oh, yeah. And then we went to wherever with the GIFs. Okay, so now we're back.
Stupid, though. Like, kids aren't...
No, kids are not stupid. And so now the whole thing is that there's these hidden Momo messages in, like, kids' YouTube videos. There's even YouTube has come out and made a tweet that said, we have not found any videos that have any of these messages in them. If you do find one, flag it so we can remove it. Like, it's just that simple. Also, pay attention to what your child is watching. Like, my child right now, he's watching Ryan Toy Review.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
I have seen comments on, because in my initial response of Momo, I saw the post several different versions of it go around, and I was like rolling my eyes, like, that's not a thing. Like, why are people so gullible? And then, did
you see the one of the daycare lady asking kids if they've seen that?
No, I didn't, but I saw one where it was like full of comments where people were saying that they asked their kids and that their kids were terrified of Momo. And, like, parents saying, like, I'm always right next to my child when they go on YouTube. I don't know how I missed it. So when I saw those...
They're terrified of Momo because you literally just showed them the picture and said, have you seen this character in any of your videos?
Yeah, that's the thing that I was kind of wondering. Because, well, another comment I saw said that the people who were, like, pretending it's real are other YouTubers just trying to get hits on their account because they're talking about Momo.
That could be true, too.
So I didn't know that they were all doing that, but what your explanation makes sense. I just can't buy that there's that, you know, Momo. I mean, come on, kids would, like, freak out if they saw that and heard that.
Correct. My husband is literally terrified of this Momo character.
At the very least, your kid would, like, scream or throw the... I have a hard time believing that, like, this many kids are sitting there just continually watching the video, like, okay.
Correct. Yeah. So it's super frustrating that it's now becoming a thing again. And it's now targeting kids because, of course, as a parent, you feel bad because you give your child YouTube and you're not always watching. So you feel something like that could happen. So then you show them this Momo character and now they're terrified and you're blaming the fact that it was in one of the videos when no, he literally saw it, or she saw it for the first time just now and is terrified and is going to literally make something up because they're a child, and that's what children do.
Yeah, kids are highly suggestible. Is that the word?
Yes. Like the one video that I was just referencing to you about the daycare lady, she asked two of her daycare kids if they've seen this Momo character, and they both go on like these long tangents, like, and none of them said that they were going to kill you or to kill yourself or anything like that. The one kid said, yeah, she plays hide and seek with you and then says she's going to eat you. Me as a child, I wouldn't be scared of that because, I mean, what do grandparents say? Oh, you're so cute, I'm going to eat you all up. Like, I also tell my son I'm going to eat him up too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't seem scary to me unless you put it in a scary way. And the video, these kids, it looked like they were told what to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't believe it. And like I said, my child watches, apparently some of these Momo things are in Peppa Pig. I know you don't watch Peppa Pig, but they're in Peppa Pig videos.
Watch Peppa Pig.
But Tim watches Peppa Pig, and I've never seen anything of a Momo character or suggestive, scary things going on in the Peppa Pig videos that he watches. Like, also, my son has the attention span of a guppy and changes videos every 2 seconds. I don't think he's ever finished a complete YouTube video. And it seems like these videos that have the Momo thing in it are like 2-hour-long videos on YouTube. Like, no child, no 3-year-old, 4-year-old young child is going to sit 2 hours and watch the same video.
Yeah.
I can't get my child to watch a freaking movie the whole thing.
Do you know about what people are talking about, the audio of Momo being taken from something else? Have you heard this, or do you know this?
No.
I was trying to find it on the internet somewhere, but I don't want to read like a whole article.
Yeah.
But basically the image of Momo is a Japanese sculpture.
Yes.
That they just are putting behind in front of the audio. But what I've heard, and I don't want to get it wrong, but like I read some comments referencing a previous YouTuber that does not exist anymore called Filthy Frank. Do you know about this?
I think I've heard of it.
I'm not quoting this as gospel because, like I said, I can't find an article that like gets to the point. But what I was reading on comments was that Filthy Frank originally did a sketch, and I believe he was like jokingly saying those things like I don't know the context, but like parodying basically like this character that would tell kids to do those things, but he wasn't literally, his videos were for adults. And what these comments were saying was that those audio clips are what people were using for these like Momo videos.
So Filthy Frank is still a person on YouTube. And by the looks of his YouTube videos, they are rather creepy.
But I think they're not supposed to be serious. I think they're supposed to be like funny.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any.
No, but he does look very sarcastic.
Yeah, so I mean you kind of have to have like maybe a dark sense of humor, kind of be that type of.
Yes, it's definitely that type of
humor. So if these videos ever did get to kids, it was someone ripping his shit off, and if they didn't, it was someone still ripping his shit off and pretending it's a thing. It's kind of what it sounds like. But these kind of like challenges and things of that nature have been around for probably, years. Forever. I mean, you can go back before the internet too. There's always been legends and stories, and like remember Slender Man?
Yeah. Yes.
And of course, yes, there were those two girls who killed their friend for Slender Man. Like,
yep, to live in the Slender. Okay, first thing, when did the Slender Man thing become such a huge, like, they added so much stuff to it. There's a Slender Castle, and you can, like, what?
And see, the thing is, though, if your kid is killing another kid or harming themselves for this lore, this, character, whatever, then I really think that there's some behind the scenes work that's not being done on your end. Like, I think that, I don't think that like a emotionally healthy, like emotionally intelligent kid is just going to be like, oh, internet told me Slender Man will give me magical powers if I kill my friend, so I'll do it. Or internet told me Momo,
and I can live at Slender Castle.
Right? Or like Momo said she's going to, come kill my family if I don't do, this to myself. So let me do it. Like, I just think that, like, in the comments that I did read of parents with their kids supposedly having spoken to Momo, those kids, every single one of them said that their kid knew not to do any of that stuff, knew it was bad, and didn't do anything. They were just scared of Momo. So, like, if they did see that stuff, it's just scary, but I don't think. And also, wouldn't your kids stop wanting to look at YouTube?
You would think.
I highly doubt, if they're so scared of Momo, I highly doubt they're still going to want the tablet at all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a type of person, I've always liked, like, the scary stories, like the Slender Man, or what was the other one? Jeffrey,
oh my
I think.
God, I forgot about that.
Thing? Yeah, like, there's so many, like, urban legends, or what they're now called as creepypasta.
Yeah.
Or spooky spaghetti. But, like, I've always liked those stories, but I know they're stories. It's just, like, the Aesop fables, or whatever they're called. Or, like, they're just made up stories. Nothing of it is real. So it's
Krampus. Like, we talked about Krampus.
Hey. Don't you
I'm just saying,
bring
like, those kind of characters have always been around, and it's fun. And kids, yes, of course, like the kids like talk about Krampus like he's real, but I don't think that they live in fear that they're actually going to get eaten.
No.
And it's kind of, this is just like the modern version of a legend like that.
So, like, the kids in Germany where they celebrate the actual Krampus thing, like, so apparently, I don't remember what day it is, but somebody in the family usually dresses up as Krampus and, like, makes an appearance at the house to remind them to continue to be good, kind of thing. You should see the kids. They're terrified. But before he leaves them with a gift. So it's like, yes, I'm scary. Yes, the story is scary. However, here is something good, kind of thing. But it's just
in the way that, like, I'm scared if I go to a haunted house. I don't think they're going to get me.
But I still live for that.
It's fun, and I don't think I'm going to die there. But, like, of course it's scary. Like, people like to be scared in a controlled way. That's why everybody listens to true crime. It's why people watch horror movies. It's why Momo exists and Slender Man exists. And, like,
we like being scared.
People do. Actually, I was just listening to the Wonderful podcast yesterday, and they were talking about how women enjoy true crime more. And this is like a really depressing fact, but they were saying there was a study done that said that, like, women enjoy true crime more because we already live in fear, and that the true crimes usually have like a positive ending, like the person gets caught, and that's like reassuring to women.
See, the podcast I listen to, the person doesn't get caught. I just really like them.
But yeah, I mean, people...
You guys like scary podcasts, you can tweet me. I'll send you some good ones.
People like to be scared in a controlled way, I think. I mean, most people, not all people. So I think the fascination here is kind of natural.
Yes. But it just blew up, and it's not even relevant. Like... the whole thing is, like, check the facts before you share the post. Check, like, it's just like the celebrity death hoax that always happen. I just saw one the other day that Henry Winkler, the Fonz, died at whatever age he is, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so sad. But I immediately went to Google, typed it in, and saw it was just another hoax. So it's like, do your research before you share something that is going to go crazy viral over literally nothing and just instill fear in the parents and make everyone, and then all the parents are feeding into it, like, yeah, my child, like, you're scaring your child. Like, you are literally scaring your child. Like, your child had no idea what this character was until you showed it to them. Like, you are the one scaring your child.
Giving it attention.
Like, they have enough to, exactly, like, kids have enough to fear on their own. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we all have fears of, we all have fears of the closet or something under their bed or things like that. Like, there's no need to add extra fear to that.
And, like, if there are some real sick fucks out there, don't give them the idea. Come on. Just sharing it around. Like, here, why don't you try this out?
Try this one. Create a fake number on WhatsApp and tell kids to murder their parents.
I hate something. I just can't stand, like, mass hysteria over things. Just because firstly, you can't control it. So what are you going to do? Never let your kids see YouTube at all?
Correct.
Because otherwise, there's always a chance that someone is going to put a message in Momo or, you know, in the kids' YouTube videos, or do something, you know, if they have access to electronics at all, like, there's always a chance something is going to happen. So, and I don't think that you can sit next to your kid the whole entire time and focus on everything they're watching. Otherwise, what's the point of giving it to them? So just, you have to be smart. And if you're smart, you don't need to live in fear.
And if you find a video that's like it, flag it. But I don't really think there are any out there.
The thing is that our kids are going to run into bad things in life and scary. There are bad people in the world. There just are. And you have to just be able to have a conversation with your kid and raise your kid to know that they're safe and they're in a safe environment and they can come to you with anything. And also, another thing to me is that, like, this Momo thing is a really great opportunity for you to talk to your kid about real people in the world who tell them that they can't talk to their parents or else they're going to hurt them. Because that is the number one thing that like, adults will say to kids when they are, you know, assaulting them, molesting them,
being harassed.
They say, like, don't tell anyone or I'll kill you, or don't tell anyone or I'll kill your mommy. And no, like that's not going to happen. So the kids need to know that no matter what happens, you can tell me. And I think that, if by some weird chance your kid did say they saw Momo, tell them that, tell them like, I don't, it doesn't matter what anyone says to you. There's nothing you can ever not tell me.
Yeah.
There was something else. I don't know. Do you have anything?
No, but I do have a tip.
Okay.
Are we done with this, or are we going to go? Is there more?
Just in general, like, just feel like we don't need to live in the hysteria. Just, like, have some judgment and, like, be smart and be there for your kids. You don't need to, like, live in fear of things.
Yeah, like, you can't live in constant fear. You would literally never leave your house if you lived in constant fear over something or another. Yeah. Like, the main thing, like, if you drive, that would probably hurt you faster than anything else that you fear of. Like, going to the movies. That was a big fear everyone had. But you get in a car every single day. You realize that is, like, the one thing everyone does every single day that is so dangerous that no one fears.
Yeah, so just, as long as you take the time to be intelligent, there's no reason to, like, constantly worry about things like that.
Yeah.
So, all right. You had a mom tip, you said? Parenting tip?
I do. So we are potty training. And it's not. No. It's not. But it's mainly, I will take the blame. I personally don't use the bathroom a lot during the day because I just don't have to go.
Really?
I don't know if my bladder is really big or if I don't drink enough. It's probably both. But anyways, so I don't think to ask my son to use the bathroom because I don't go frequently. So I think everyone is like me and doesn't need to go frequently. So there is a nifty little thing on Amazon. It's a potty watch and it looks like a toilet. It's actually really funny. But you can set, it's $10 on Amazon. But you can set it for 30, 60, or 90 minutes and it will, it sings a song to them and reminds them to use the potty. So we are trying that now and that's okay. It's actually really funny because my husband and I have Apple Watches and I have seen Tim hit his watch. Like we hit ours to turn it off. I've seen him do it several times and it's really funny. But yes, I suggest getting the potty watch. It will help you to remember, or not even you, because the child knows, like every time the watch goes off and sings, like Tim goes, "Mom, my watch! I gotta go potty." And I'm like, all right, then go.
Is the brand Potty Watch literally just Potty Watch on it?
Let me look. I think I just went to Amazon and typed in Potty Watch.
I'm about to order that ASAP. That is so cool, but I do have one concern. What if Momo talks to my child through the potty watch?
It is a very good possibility. It's called Potty Time Potty Baby Watch, and it comes in blue, green, and pink.
Yeah.
I got the green one.
This thing is lit.
And it is, I lied, it's $11.99. Sorry.
I am definitely going to get one of these. It is so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It takes the mind work out of it.
Amazon knew which list I wanted to add it to.
They're watching.
Do you think Momo hacked my Amazon?
Yes. Simple answer. Yes.
Oh, okay, hold on. That was a fuck and 2 shits, and then I said them again. So, that's okay. That brings our, well, no, did you have tweets? I have tweets.
I have tweets.
Okay.
I have tweets and you have tweets.
Okay, I'll go first. I've got one from Nat's Mama 75. And it says, "What is this dark magic I utter in disbelief as I find the matches to all of my toddler socks?"
That is very true. Everyone always asks me why I don't have Tim in matching socks. I'm like, have you ever had child?
Have you ever had socks?
That too. I never match my socks either, but I'm just like, kid socks are like half the size. So I'm like, no, I'm not.
Forget it.
Them.
Nothing makes me feel more together though when we've all got matching socks on.
That would be very, yes.
Okay.
It's Mommy and Daddy. So my first tweet is from Peachy Parenting, and I actually have another one from her for later, so you're going to hear that one again. But this one says, driving with a junior in high school, talking about her classic American film class. She said, we watched a lot of old films like Titanic and Forrest Gump. Is this what being old feels like? I don't like it.
Titanic.
I know. I went to a wedding and we were dancing to a song, and I don't remember what song it was, but it wasn't that old. And my husband's little sister was like, I've never heard the song in my life. And I'm like, what? Like, it's not that old. What do you mean? I don't remember what song it was, though. But I was just like, and it was like a very popular song at the time when it came out. So I'm like, you've never heard this? I feel like it was like a Fergie song or something.
God. Okay. At That Mom Glow says, just sneezed. Excuse me while I go change my underwear.
A lot of moms have that issue. I do not.
I do.
Interesting.
Every time I sneeze, I have to cross my legs. It's just this whole big thing. And sometimes I still pee, and it's like, it's not fair.
So my second tweet is at Salty Mamas. When you've been playing pretend with your kids for 2 hours, but then you look at your phone and it's only been 10 minutes.
I feel that.
Every time I take Tim to the playground, I'm like, oh, we've been here for like a good 2 hours. And I'm like, oh, it's been literally 10 minutes.
And you feel so good too. You're like, I've been playing for so long. I am like an A+ quality parent. No mom can touch me. I'm the queen. And then you look at your watch and you're like, I am a fucking troll.
Oh my God.
And I want to leave.
The little girl I used to babysit, I would bring her to the Moonbound's place. And we would be back there for what felt like ages. And I would look and it would be literally 10 minutes. And I'm like, oh my God, Madeline, I can't do this much longer.
Okay. Who's this? Melissa Beagley says, so my daughter came towards me with a knife today. That's new. After calming my nerves, I asked why she had a knife. With her limited speech, she said, Rapunzel cut hair down. Phew, really? Now what else is she going to act out?
Oh.
Hey, you know what? She brought the knife. She didn't do it herself, so I would say
true.
it's a parenting win.
Yes. Okay, so my last tweet is from Peachy Parenting again, and it says, asterisk ignores kids while Googling how to be a better parent.
Yeah.
Me. All the time.
Okay, should we get our grand total?
Yeah.
Oh, we said bitch 3 times. We said shit 4.
Well, you just said it again.
Okay, shit was 4. I said
now 5.
It's Jimmy's fault. Ass twice. and then fuck was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hot damn.
And damn once.
Now you can have that one.
So, I don't know if this is childish of us to have a swear counter, but I think it's funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
Anyway, meow, 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 meow.
I want chicken. I want
mix,
liver.
Meow mix, please deliver. Hashtag.
Yep. That's where we're going to end this. Hashtag Momo is Nomo.
This episode is brought to you by Meow Mix. It's not. Yeah, use the hashtag Momo is Nomo to just use it because it's good. And let us know if you have personally seen Momo or what your kid said, but we need the full story. If your kid saw Momo, we need to know exact events. Like, did you show them the picture first?
Like, send me the video.
Send the video, send proof. Let us know if...
Send your child's reaction to watching the video.
Yeah, send us video. Let us know if your kid died from the sippy cup.
Yes.
If you've ever met Slender Man.
Yep, or you've been asked to go to the Slender Castle.
Ooh.
Or Mansion. It's Slender Mansion. It's not Castle. I'm sorry.
It's a little less exciting. But I guess if
it is. But I mean, still classy.
If it was a castle, I guess he'd be like Sir Slenderman.
Yeah,
Slender
that's a
King.
lot. I don't think he wants that title.
He's not ready for that responsibility. Yeah. He doesn't even have a face.
It's true. It's true. He just calls us mass static.
We're weird. But yeah, hit us up. Bye.
Yeah, let us
have
know.
Have a good week, guys.
Let us know if you know of any other cool urban legends. Creepypasta, spooky spaghetti, whatever.
Bye.
Bye.
You have to really like suck for it. There's multiple holes around the cup.
Hi-oh. Hi-oh.